Now stop me if you've heard this one before. James Harden wants out. Larden is not happy. The Lard Man wants a new team. Oh, and this just in. The sky is blue, water is wet, and Wisconsin is still God's country. In other words, tell me something I didn't already know. It's not even news that Larden wants out of Philly. We already knew that. What is new this morning is his newest method of demanding a way out. And I've got to give this dude this much. No pro athlete has ever gotten as creative at quitting as James Harden. Now, I'm always careful about using that word. I really don't like to call athletes quitters because essentially that is the very worst thing that you could say about an athlete. I mean, it's hammered in from the very second you step on the first court or field as a youngster. Whatever you do, do not quit. It's okay to lose, but never, ever quit. So I'm very, very careful about ever calling any athlete a quitter. Except in this case, when the dude is an all-time elite quitter. Seriously, who has ever been better at quitting teams than James Harden? Who else has ever eaten their way off of a team? Very few guys have done that. Who else, let me repeat, who else has ever decided, man, I hate where I am. I hate my situation. How do I get out of here? Oh, I know. I'll fat my way out. I'll eat my way off a team. Who else has ever donned a fat suit to escape a franchise? Who else has ever eaten their way off of one team onto a super team with two other first ballot Hall of Famers only to up and quit that team too? You know, that same Nets team that, oh, by the way, tried to sign that dude to a max extension. An offer that Larden turned down. An offer I bet that Larden wants back. Because right now, never mind the max deal, a Larden market does not seem to exist at all. Just don't tell James, because he still has demands. And apparently he also has new ways of demanding those demands, a.k.a. a new way to quit. Check this dude out. So now he's touring China, and he still has everybody's attention, despite the fact that he's in China. He's got everybody's attention, and no, he did not get it by going into his closet and breaking out the fat suit. No, it's still hanging in the closet because you know he still has it. No, instead, he decided to go nuclear on the guy who has been his single biggest champion and benefactor in the association. Check this out. Quote, Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization with him ever again. How many of you had jungle Tourette's when he said, Morey is a liar? And wait for it. And a felon, and I've got nothing to hide, so come on over. You are a felon. And a liar. I got nothing to hide, so come on over. Anyway.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Or that too. I mean, damn, man. Flaming your own team president, who also happens to be the president of the Larden fan club, who's not just your president, but also your guy, or at least was your guy, which is why it cracks me up to hear Larden say that he will never be a part of an organization that Morey is a part of. Yeah, except for the two times that he's been a part of an organization that Morey was in charge of. Larden will never be a part of an organization with Morey, other than, I don't know, right this second. Like, I hate to break it to you, big fella, but Daryl Morey is still the president of the Sixers, and you, at least as of right now, are still a member of the Sixers. And the reason why you are still a member of the Sixers is because you opted in. Remember? If you hate it so much there, why did you opt in? he opted in to return to the Sixers. Now remember, the Beard could have walked this offseason. He could have thrown up the deuces and went wherever the hell he wanted this summer. Instead, he instead opted in, only to then demand a trade from the team. He opted in and then demanded a trade. And if that sounds ass backwards, it's because it's ass backwards. And surprise, surprise, that ass backwards strategy is not working. Dude has pretty much played himself. You see, the trade market for James Harden is about as robust as his free agent market was, which is actually the opposite of robust. Even his preferred destination, the Clippers, are not all that fired up about him. I mean, I don't know, dude. Maybe before you put all your eggs in one basket and push everything in front of the center of the table to go to that one team, maybe you find out whether or not that team wants you as much as you want them. Because clearly you didn't do that. The Clippers are not nearly as fired up about you as you are them. Now, apparently there is some interest on their part. This is hilarious to me. Just not enough interest to part with the almighty Terrence Mann in that deal. And nothing against T-Man. But that is brutal. But then again, maybe Terrence Mann would come and actually play some defense. Maybe Terrence Mann would not turn into a bearded pumpkin and then get shut out in the fourth quarter of the 3 biggest games of the season. And here's a bonus. Well, I haven't gone through his closet. I'm guessing Terrence Mann does not even own a fat suit. Again, pretty clear that Harden played himself pretty badly right here. I mean, there is no free agent market, not like he thinks. And there really is no trade market, not like he thinks. I mean, again, the Clippers sort of have an interest, but apparently not even enough to part with Terrence Mann. And then the Sixers sort of have an interest because, well, if they don't surround Joel Embiid with players, then Embiid will bounce too. And he's the reigning MVP. So the Sixers do have some interest, just not enough to give Harden the extension that he apparently thinks that he was promised. So now that he has called Daryl Morey a liar and repeated it for effect, and says that he will never play for him, what's the next move? What's the next move on that chessboard? What's the next play? I don't know for certain because you never know with this guy, but I know the playbook. And if he's going to run that playbook, you know the fat suit is coming out next. Maybe all of this was just the opening act for the return of the fat suit. My man is just running his get me the hell off this bus playbook. Oh, one more thing, big fella. If you think that an extended holdout, one that goes into the season, is going to get you what you want, a trip out of town, think again, big dude. Because apparently the new CBA says that a player who misses a month of action in a contract year could lose free agency status for the following season. So, what I'm saying here is the Lard Man is running out of options. That's why he's slinging molten lava at Daryl Morey right now. Holding out, fatting out, going Larden, calling his biggest fan and boss a liar. None of it seems to be working. But I will say this, never, ever sleep on this dude. Still an effective player, but a first ballot Hall of Famer when it comes to getting out of situations that he does not want to be in. I would not doubt this dude still finding a way out in the next couple of months because he is the quitting GOAT. I will never doubt that he can quit his way out of an organization that he no longer wants to be a part of. Let me say that again. James Harden is the quitting GOAT. I will never doubt that he can quit his way out of an organization that he does not want to be a part of. And he's already starting. If a team will not give up Terrence Mann to get you, you're not as good as you think you are. credit to the Clippers for playing some hardball. Think about Larden. After ramming his dinner fork into his current team president of basketball ops, you tell me, what GM wants to have that happen to them? Does he move on to his dessert fork? Does he instead go with that petite little shrimp cocktail fork? I'll tell you what, you know it's not going to be. It's not going to be a salad fork. We know that. I mean, dude, could you have played this any worse? Or played yourself any worse than you did? But again, 10% of me is like, I don't know. He is elite at quitting and forcing his way out. Let's see how this goes. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell to be the first to know when we do upload a new video.